Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I thought we would color a picture in Fragile World by Kirby Roseanne. I did a flip through of it in an earlier video, so go watch that if you haven't and you want to see all the pages in this book, because I will not be doing that in this video. So I already picked a page and it's this butterfly here. Just think, it's so pretty. Zoom out a little bit more so we can see the whole page. So pretty. Yes. All right, so I have picked some Tombow markers that I thought we could use as a base coat. So I have like this kind of nice color palette here. I picked two greens that I really liked, and then I picked some opposite pinks or reds to go with them for flowers. And then I thought the butterfly would be beautiful as a yellow, and so I picked yellows opposite purple that I thought we could put in this picture as well. So that's kind of how I come up with my colors. I don't know if that helps anybody. I started with a green, picked its opposite, you know, add a color, pick its opposite, and I came up with this color story. So I think we can zoom in and get started. So I have 055 in the Tombow markers. I really like these markers. I always have. Just think they're wonderful. Very much recommend them. Alright, so we're just going to base coat this beautiful butterfly wing in this color. So I love this book. I started another picture in it just on my own time, and I really love it. It might be my new favorite. There's just something about it. When I first opened the book and was really looking at it, I don't know, I kind of felt like this reverence towards it. I know it's like all of these endangered animals, and I don't know, I love how Kirby Roseanne and his publisher has really given us a coloring book that means something, you know? Like, it's not just a coloring book. We can learn about these animals that are endangered and how maybe we can help them or be a little more aware. So I think that it's just a beautiful premise for a coloring book. And it still has Kirby's flair and his style. So I don't know, my voice just went all funny. It's been fine all day. So anyways, it is the part of the year where one day is spring and the next day you have a new foot of snow. So I need something to push spring forward. Today it's like 55 and sunny and beautiful, but you know, that could change at any moment. So I need some spring in my life here. Let's get some pretty flowers and a butterfly. Nothing more spring than that. We want to get this wing that's back behind the flowers as well. We don't want to forget him. I want him yellow as well. Okay, very pretty. I like it. I'm wondering if we should base coat everything and then go in with pencil, or just kind of do one thing at a time. This is going to be a two-part video, so we're not going to get the whole thing in this video, so I'm just I think maybe we will do kind of one part at a time. So let's pick some pencils to go with this yellow. I have pulled out out my black Widow pencils, and they come in several sets. So they don't all look the same, but they are a very pretty pencil, and I will link them in the description box down below. Okay, so I'm gonna pick some colors to kind of put in the shadow to kind of, let's see, make it a little less two-dimensional. I like this mustard, would probably be a good one. And even, what is this? This is called egg yolk. Let's look at those two. Kind of see, they're kind of brownish yellow and an orangish yellow. So let's start with the mustard, and we'll see if we can add some depth with it, or if we need to go darker. That's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back in a little bit. Okay, I like it. We'll put this in for a minute, and then maybe we'll see what the other color looks like. Actually, that right there is a leaf. That is not the butterfly, that is a leaf right there. So I'm going to not put any pencil on it, and we'll see if we can kind of fix that with the marker. I think Kirby Roseanne's books can be very intimidating. They can have a lot going on. I think this one is a lot more simple for a Kirby Roseanne's book. But also, I just love base coating his books in marker. I just think it makes them so much more approachable. If you pick like up to 5-6 colors and just, you know, that's like top end. You know, just pick a few colors and then base coat everything with those colors. I just think that they tend to be easier to digest and manage, and they can be beautiful pictures. So I really like it. Okay, I kind of want, well, let's see what happens when we add this egg yolk. Yes, egg yolk. If it adds any depth or not. Let's see, we might need to pick something a little bit darker. I'm not getting much out of that. Let's look at our kind of brown kind of colors. Let's see. This is a dark tan, and it is a bit darker than the mustard. Let's try that to just see if we can get some more depth in a few areas. We don't need to put it everywhere, but we do want to just add some depth where we can. Okay. Sounds like there's a dog or something, but it sounds like the dog is, I don't know, it just sounds weird. Okay. So I like that. Let's take our mustard again and kind of do some of this part of our butterfly. I like that he has given us some shading already to this butterfly. So it already has some of that depth to it. We're just gonna darken it a little bit with our mustard. Okay, so I've kind of just put that mustard where Kirby Roseanne's has put the this black, but then we will take it into the rest of it. I just kind of want to start there. Then let's go ahead and take this mustard color into some of these other areas. I just kind of want to almost feather it in. Kind of doing a flicking motion like I would if I was doing hair, you know, just starting with my pencil on the paper and ending with it raised off the paper and just giving it flicking motion. It helps make it so that it's darker down here at the base and lighter up here at the top. Just gives us some... Sounds like a pack of wild dogs out there, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to take the dark tan. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flick in some of this to make it darker in a few spots. And then I kind of want to grab something that might be a little more orange. I don't know, something a little bit brighter. Ooh, I like it so far. I think it's looking good. Let's see, what else do we want to do with it? That didn't really show up. Let's see what this is. Aztec Gold. So it has a little more of an orange color to it. Let's flick some of that in and just, I'm going to start lightly and see kind of what it brings to the table. Yeah, okay. There we go. Just kind of feeling our way around this butterfly. Sometimes we can have a real clear plan of how we want to color a picture and what colors are going to go with what, and other times you just kind of feel it out, you know? See what you like. Okay, I really like this. Okay, let's take this into our back wing as well. I do have a kiddo home right now, awake. He is having some tablet time, so hopefully, I'm hoping he's been fairly good, fairly quiet, but hoping he'll continue to be that way, but you never know. He was doing so good, I thought I'd chance it to film. I was gonna film on Monday, and now it's Wednesday, but I lost my SD card. I don't know where it went. It is missing, gone, kaput. I have no idea. I've searched high and low everywhere. The only thing I can come up with is that my computer ate it. No idea where it went, and so yesterday, Tuesday, my husband was home and we went to Target and bought a new SD card because I can't film without one. So now that I have one, and the old one will maybe show up, but you never know. So it is a little bit of a different time of day than when I usually film, but I thought, hey, we'll give it a go. Okay, I really like that. Maybe we'll leave him. We have these stamen in the flowers that I want to do the same yellow. So we'll have, and then we'll use the same pencils that we have pulled, and we'll just add some shading to them. So this is the dark tan, and we'll kind of get this in the middle there. Okay, they don't need a whole lot. They are just so pretty. We'll take that Aztec Gold. We'll put a little on there as well. But not too much needed there. It's such a small little detail. Okay, so let's go to our next color. Let's go to this purple. I want, what number is he? 623. And what I was thinking of making purple was this flower that he's standing on. I don't know if it's like a hydrangea or what, where it kind of has like groupings of all these little flowers. We could definitely make them this purple color. Okay, so we're gonna kind of try to get this on the flower petals and then use our greens to get the rest. But if we make a mistake and color something purple, like nobody's really gonna notice, so don't make it too difficult. Now there's some truck outside. I can't win! That's what I get for living in a neighborhood. I always wanted to live in a neighborhood and raise my kids in a neighborhood. I grew up not in a neighborhood. I grew up on a farm, on a highway. And I always wanted a neighborhood for my kids to be able to grow up in and to play in and go play with friends, you know, or down the street or whatever. And as soon as they got like old enough to be able to walk to the neighbors and go play, you know, they got locked in the house with mom for over a year. So it hasn't worked out so well, but I'm still hopeful. Someday, maybe. My husband and I tried to have a little more of a date last night. We got takeout and played cards rather than playing Nintendo, so that was something. It has now been a year since we've had an out of the house date. It's crazy. If I had known, you know, that was going to be my last outing for some time, would I have done it differently? I don't know. I had a really good time. Our anniversary is March 15th. I don't think this year we'll be going anywhere or doing anything. Okay, I think. Okay, so that's the purple. And then I think, yeah, let's find some pencil. This is called Amethyst. So these flowers are really small, so there's not going to be a ton of shading with them. Maybe even just this one color will do it. Make sure I'm still filming. I like that. That's a really pretty color, that amethyst. I'm wishing I could zoom in a little more, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm working on getting a new camera that might focus a little better when I, because it does, this one does okay, but if I like show you something and raise my hand up at all, then I go out of focus pretty quick and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm working, and it's like I want to do a few more like face-to-face or like little things maybe on an off day, show you guys stuff or a project I'm working on or something that's not at my desk. And this camera is really quite bulky to move around and try to focus, and it's a lot of work. So I'm working on getting something different that might do better, but who knows, you know, there's always something. Get another stimulus check that they're kind of saying. Then I might use that to buy the camera, some of it to buy a new camera. If not, then I'll just keep saving and buy a camera anyways, but I like that. I don't think we really need another color in there, do we? What do you guys think? Wish you could give me some feedback. If they were any bigger, then I would definitely put another color in there. But because they're such a small flower, I just, I don't know what is going on up there. crazy. Okay. Oh, right there. Almost missed them. This is pastel purple. Maybe we could kind of put it on some of these larger petals. Yeah, doesn't make a whole lot of a difference, but you could definitely add that one if you wanted on some of these that are okay. I like that. I think it looks pretty good. That purple and yellow, pretty together. Love it so far. Just makes it pop. All right, so all right, let's do one more colored together. Let's grab our darkest green. This is 270. All right, let's do one more color together. Let's grab our darkest green. This is 277, and I want this to be all the stems. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe we use the bullet end, which I do not use very often. This is a nice bright green, you know? Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, goodness. So it's not too blue, not too olivey. It's just, it sounds like they're like washing straight or something. I don't know. So weird. Like, you know, one of those street cleaning trucks. It's kind of what it sounds like. I don't know if that's what it is though. So I just switched to the other tip on the pen because these are a little bit bigger, and because this is they are brush pen, the brush can get in really little areas, which is nice. Okay, so I'm not going to do the leaves themselves. I'm just doing the so I'm going to do that all over the page, but let's pick some pencils to go with this green. And I want it to be dark, but I don't want it to get too olivey. I like this forest. Let's see what this forest kind of looks like. Yeah. That looks quite nice. Again, we're working with such little things that not a whole lot of pencil work is going to be done. It's just so small. You just kind of want to give the idea of shading, the illusion of it. You don't have to be too lifelike, you know, because they're just so small. But see, it does give some shading. I think we will grab another green, at least for the larger ones, just to kind of help bring that marker color and the pencil color together. This is called green grass. That seems appropriate. See what that's doing. Yeah, that seems like a good color. I'm gonna bring it together. Okay, so we do all of the stems that color. Let's zoom out and take a look. All right, so here's our picture so far with all those beautiful yellows and purples and that dark green. I think it looks beautiful so far. So it is getting louder outside, and it is about to get louder in my home as my other children come home. So I'm going to call it a day for now, and we will finish this picture next time. I hope you can see that Kirby Roseanne's books don't have to be scary. Just pull out those markers and just have some fun. Just play. And I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you do find time to take some deep breaths, de-stress, throw some color around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!